Hey, you doing? Garage Gym Dad, and this is my daughter Olivia. We're from Strong for Life. So we're going to demonstrate a little bit of a youth warm-up, a little bit of youth movement. Being a youth, we tend to not need as much, say, warming up in the morning, so Olivia can pretty much hit straight into her exercises, where old farts like myself might have to do a little bit more warming up before we hit the dizzy heights that Olivia can reach. Okay, so we're going to go through a tiny little sequence first, just from standing. So Olivia's going to go into ignition, so feet are under her hips, lifting the toes, spreading them, then gripping them back down. We're not screwing them up, it's like pulling them down, so we're slightly drawing them back if you like, to really feel them ignite. The knees are soft and then she's straightening the legs at the same time, squeezing the feet into each other. So the inner thighs are lighting up as the legs straighten, the quads are lighting up, she's tucking her tailbone and flexing the glutes, breathing in through the top of the head, lengthening out and reaching out and grabbing the ball. So again, as she grips, imagine she's crushing a basketball, the pressure in the ball would increase. So that pressure radiates right back through, so she's revving that upper body up. Nice and tall. Excuse me, take a deep breath and reach right overhead into touchdown. Really reach, really reach. Now Olivia is stiff through here, so she's really got to work on reaching out, straightening those elbows. We're all a little bit stiff in the morning, so we have to really work at this. All right, gimme, let's. So what Lily's doing now is flexing the toes of one foot, like really pushing into the ground, like so, as much as you can, and the opposite fingertips. Coming back down, push into the other side, reaching. Exhale as you reach. Inhale as you come back down to two heels. Exhale as you reach to the other side. All right, bring it down with resistance, Liz. You know what you're doing? Push them in, finger and thumb. Deep breath as you take it back. Out to a T, squeeze those fists. Hulk it up, squeeze. And back to that open position, anatomical correct position. All lit up. All right, beautiful. Huddle position, let's. So huddle position, we're just going to stay there, we're sort of here, sort of resting if we're talking in a huddle. And sliding your hands onto your thighs, we're going to go into cat arch and cat lift, okay? So as Liv exhales, look, fingers are in, elbows are in, she's rounding off, tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone. That's an exhale. Inhale, cat lift. She's pulling the chest through, shoulders are down and back, that's it, squeezing back. Exhale. Inhale. Just turn to the side onto the camera for a second. Let's just do a few repetitions. So exhale, look, we're really trying to lengthen out that lower back. Inhale, we're really trying to open up this thoracic spine. All right, one more. Inhale, beautiful stuff. And then we can come back to a nice reach overhead. Bring it down with resistance. Push them in. Inhale, take it back. Out to a T, squeeze, beautiful. Great. All right, and then Liv's ready for her next little part of her movement sequence in the morning, okay? So, we're going to go on to the deep knee bends. Deep knee bends for you, maybe you call a squat, but we are letting the heels lift. So she's again doing the same thing, lifting toes, spreading them, gripping down. All right, go for it. You demonstrate them for me as I'm talking. So Olivia's heels are lifting. Now they don't need to. She's got a great squat with her feet flat. A deep knee bend and the heels are lifting. It's great because we're lighting the feet up. We're strengthening the feet. You notice she's doing it in SAS style. Okay, slow and smooth. She's getting a real nice full range. So in other words, she's not accelerating out of the hole. She's not dropping down. She's keeping constant tension on. Gripping the floor with the feet all the way through, and that helps protect the knees. Right, keep going, Liz. So lowering down nice and slowly and smoothly. She's got her eyes in the distance. She's using her arms for counterbalance. She squeezes up, allows the heels to come down, and she's squeezing tall and tight in that same anatomical correct position. When you've done this one, Liz, I want you to just turn side onto the camera. Just let me talk them through a little bit of this. So again, you'll keep going. All right, buddy. Look at the beautiful posture she's got from tailbone through crown of head. Nothing's moving there. She's moving through her hips, her knees, her ankles, and of course those toes as she's really lighting up those feet. So beautiful drill for for our youth to get the full range of squat. Even if they've got stiff ankle, we still want to work on that. We're lighting the feet up. Remember, joint by joint approach, the feet must be strong and stable in order for the ankles to be mobile, the knees to be stable, etc., etc. Okay, beautiful. We may aim, Olivia does 20 of those non-stop in that fashion. Easy. All right, next exercise is the push-up. So again, a lot of people cannot do push-ups, full stop. The average Aussie push-up is something very, very different than what we're going to demonstrate. But Olivia, go for your push-up. So Olivia's fingers are spread, middle finger straight ahead. She's got this corkscrew action, so it's like she's doing that. What happens when you corkscrew? Elbow pits are facing that way. Don't corkscrew, go the other way, and the elbows go out. You know, the Aussie push-up. So we corkscrew those hands. She's got a long line from heels through head, button tummy and locked in. Make sure that butt's tight. Beautiful. All right, pull down or pull the floor to you. Push the floor away. Beautiful. Give me another couple of those. Beautiful. Keeping that tummy tight. One more for me. Look how by corkscrewing, her elbows are not flaring out. Beautiful. Relax. Now, it would be 20 of the deep knee bends, 10 of the push-ups. If you can't do 10 consecutive, or even if you couldn't do 20 of the squats, break it up. You may do 10 squats, 5 push-ups, then another 10 squats, or deep knee bends, and then another 5 push-ups, just to make sure you get your 20 and your 10 every day. Okay, so finishing a little morning movement sequence, not a workout, it's just a morning additional work. She's going to do a tripod bridge, okay? So with a tripod bridge, maybe turn side on for us, Spud. With a tripod bridge, Liv's has got her feet hip distance, maybe a little bit wider. She's again lighting those feet up, lifting the toes, spreading, gripping down. Look, and they're level. She's set up with her butt in between the feet and the hands. Look at this beautiful posture. Fingers are pointing back behind her, and she's long through the crown of the head. The shoulder blades are squeezing out. Already there's great stuff going on. All right, one hand, elbow is in the belly button, and then she's going to bridge up by pushing through the 3 points. And then reaching that right overhead. So what we're trying to do is push this into the ceiling, push the bottom hand into the floor. Now a tiny little thing, bring your shoulder over your wrist, mate. So come towards me a little bit, that's it. Now really look, what we want is really squeezing the glutes as much as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We're sort of wringing out the spine. There should be no pain through the lower back. We're using the butt and the hamstrings to extend the hips. We want the tummy engaged. So then we're mobilizing this thoracic spine. Stay there for me, buddy. So remember, mobile hips, stable lumbar spine, mobile thoracic spine. That's how we should be performing. That's how we should move, okay? But we don't. All right, so in this position, Liv's been, I would say, hold for about 30 seconds or maybe 4 or 5 really deep breaths. Come back down, and then she would switch to the other side where she can put her butt down, change hands, and go again. And again, what this does, it lights up this backside, this posterior chain. So the butt, the hammies, here, between her upper back, squeezing these shoulder blades together. So we're doing strength work to mobilize. Beautiful drill to start your day. Relax. All right, those 3 exercises, nice little mini sequence which will take her less than 5 minutes. A couple of minutes, wouldn't it, to do that? Beautiful. Okay, a stretch sequence to be performed daily. Great to do in the evening. You could do it immediately after your little morning movement routine. Okay, a down dog. You want to turn side on for me? Split to the camera. Thank you. So with a down dog, and again, or high bear. Because down dog, everyone thinks of yoga. And I've yet to see anyone who does yoga, you're supposed to practice yoga, who does this well. It's dreadful, the state of yoga or what people think it is. I'm seriously, you know, there's so much can go on in a simple drill like this. Olivia started in the plank sort of position and pushed back. The first thing for me, for the purpose of this, that's why we might call it high bear instead of down, is that we want to keep the knees soft enough for you, because we want to move the chest. It's like I'm going to push that way, so I'm going to try and move the chest as close to the thighs as we can. Lock the elbows out, really press, because again it's going to help our overhead range, further mobilising the thoracic spine, extended. In which case we have to keep the tummy tight, or we just do this. It makes us look like we're going overhead when really we're not, okay? Knees are soft, so if we wanted to access, so we lengthen out from tailbone through crown of head, if we wanted to access more mobility through the hammies and even the calves, then we could potentially walk the dog. We could bring the feet in a little bit and do one at a time. So we're flexing the toes, just pause for a minute, flexing the toes here, and change it out. And as we change it out, we're really lengthening from heel right the way through, feeling the hammy, feeling the calf open up, okay? Continue to push with straight elbows up, with the chest toward the thighs. All right, beautiful. Now both heels towards the floor, and we can really work that full down dog, high there. All right, keep pushing that way. Tummy tight, breathing, lengthening, crown of head to tailbone. All right, now take your right leg into the air. All right, and we're going to go into a twisting lunge, so replace your right hand with your foot. Beautiful. Now we can adjust from there, that's okay. We're trying to keep this pelvis nice and square. And what you need to do is lengthen out from your back heel through to the crown of your head, okay? We position the hand underneath to support. Now I'll just show you Liv's leg here. We want the ankle directly under the knee, okay? So often people drift back here like so. So we want to be really lengthened. So this knee pulls that way at the same time this heel pulls the other way. So stretching out. And what that will do, it will open up the hip flexors of this straight leg side, okay? So when you're still lengthening out, you can now bend your knee a little bit, that back knee, and just bob a little bit up and down. Feel these muscles stretching out, but all the time lengthening out through the crown of your head, big chest, that's it, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Beautiful stuff. Now we go down to the knee. I would say do 30 seconds again on big 4 or 5 big deep breaths. Now you're going to sit back, Liv. You're going to do a hamstring. So this here, we'll stop here. Stop into that first modified position. Nice long spine, big chest. The knee is soft. Pull the foot back as well, Spud. Knee is soft. Can you already feel a stretch there? Beautiful. So, okay, so again, we can breathe through that. We can just lightly pry into it. Straighten the leg, bending the leg, even rotating the whole hip. If you look at the foot being like a windscreen wiper, you know what I mean, Liv, when we do the, if your foot's going like that.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, so again, it helps to get the all around the hamstring. You're just feeling what's happening there, lots of stuff going on. Now if we wanted to, or Liv wanted to, you've got healthy knees, flatten your back foot off, you could go all the way back there. It is actually good for that knee. As long as you've not got dramas in there. But again, I can do that because I've maintained that ability throughout my life. Alright, but it's the same thing. Big chest, nice and long, fold forward, pry around with that for about 30 seconds. From there, we're going to go into a glute stretch, 90-90. So let's just going to sit down and then just position yourself, just twist around a little bit for the camera, please, Spud. So it's this 90-90 position, so 90 degrees at the knee, 90 degrees at the hip, both legs. One's externally rotating, one's internally rotating. We want to set the sit bone, so you're going to sift and shift your butt around a little bit, and then length, that's it. So you sat on the sit bones, we're not round, we're not tucked, we're tilted. Lengthen out through that crown of the head, use your hands to support yourself, and then fold that big chest over that thigh. Okay, somewhere between the thigh and the foot. We can pry around with that as well. So again, breathe, little movements. At the moment, it's okay to just breathe and feel what's going on in there, but you'll feel this all around here. Okay? Sometimes even into your lower back. Very stiff through here, most of us. We need a little bit of TLC for this area. All right, that's beautiful. Liv. Again, 30 seconds, thereabouts, or 4 or 5 big deep breaths. All right, now for Liv to come out of that and go into the other side, because she'd repeat this on the other side, she plants her hands in the floor, digs her toes into the back foot, and she's going to sweep this big leg up, 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 and then plant it down, and then change those legs out, walk the dog, that's it, a few steps, and then it's left leg, swipe it through again, beautiful, look at that, and then she can perform the same thing on that side, all right, that's great, and then you're done. All right, that's your little stretching routine. And again, I would suggest If you wanted to add something else on top of that as a real basic, a dead hang. Hanging from a pull-up bar, or your feet out touching the floor if you're good with that. Or alternatively, if you still need a bit of support, you can have your feet on the ground. But the idea is to open the shoulders, thumbs over the top, dead hang, so the shoulders are distracted, and breathe easy. That would be a really good finish for that little sequence, but hopefully you got something from that. Youth, that's for, but again, that stretch sequence would be good for youth, adults, everybody. But the idea is it's really succinct, it's simple, and you know, it's smart. All right, so just get it done, guys. Well done, Les. Thank you very much, buddy. And we'll catch you next time.